Hi, design darlings. Welcome to day 10. Yeah, I think it's day 10 of the 12 days of junk journal Christmas tutorials. Today is tassels, so I'm going to show you how to attach a tassel, and I'm attaching it to my personal journal. So you're definitely going to see me have a slip up at the beginning because I kind of made a mistake, and I don't know, I was just trying to, maybe I should have just attached it or done the way that I usually do, but I was trying to do something different, and so I kind of messed up, but it's okay. So my journal is not too thick, so I was just using an awl. I punched 2 holes in it, and I was going to loop through a paper clip because my idea was to try to make a tassel attachment using things that you have around the house. The paper clip was way too fragile, so it did not work at all. But I decided to just keep this on here just so that you can see, like, you know, a lot of times when we make these videos for you guys, we edit this stuff off. And so when we say it takes so long to edit videos, this is why, because we might be making mistakes or fumbling over our words or whatever. And so it'll take extra time. So when that one piece came off, I should have known something was wrong. I tried to use my wire tools, like, oh, if I just use the wire tools, then it'll work. Yeah, then another piece snapped off, and then I was like, okay, yeah, this is not gonna happen. And then I decided to go ahead and use this kind of elastic silvery string that I had. But even with that, like, I kind of fumbled a couple times just trying to get it in right. So all I'm going to do is make a loop that's tied on the inside once I finally get it together. So while you're waiting for me to get that together, let me just remind you guys, on the 12th day, we're going to make an embellishment book, and that will be one of the first things that I will sell on Etsy from my YouTube. I do have an Etsy shop already, and it has a couple of items in it. So definitely stay tuned to see the embellishment book. I'm going to put a lot of effort and work into it, and just a lot of embellishments, and it'll be an awesome something if you're interested. So please stay tuned for that. And also just like and subscribe if you've been liking this series. I hope that you know, my style of my style is okay with you. I'm still learning and still working on some things, so you know, if you're willing to grow with me, please go ahead and like, subscribe, because I have some great stuff coming up too. Alright, so back to the video. I made the loop, and now I'm tying it on the inside of the journal. And I'm just going to cut off the little edges there. Or did I cut off the edges? Okay, looks like I didn't even cut off the edges. Again, this is my personal journal, so I'm just kind of doing a demonstration on it. Some of the stuff was falling out, so I'm going to do a flip through of this journal too, just for fun, but I'll do that later at some later time. But it's pretty much done. I really should be working on my December one, and I haven't even started yet. Okay, so on my tassel, I'm going to use mostly ribbon, or yeah, ribbon. So I have this ribbon that kind of looks, because that journal is sort of an autumn journal, so this ribbon to me looks autumn-like, and it has these like greens and a little bit of brown and cream. So I thought that that would be a pretty autumn color, so I went ahead and used that ribbon. And then another like pale green ribbon is what I'm going to use. So just like some greens, and then I'll use some silver from that same silver string that I used for the attachment. So you see how I took a long line and then looped it several times, and then I just pulled the loops through, and so it's hanging, and I'm just going to let that hang until I'm ready to cut all the bottom loops. So see again what I did, I cut a long string of ribbon, and then I just like folded it for 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, put those loops right there through the elastic loop, pulled it through, and then I'm going to let it hang until I am ready to cut the bottom. Wanted to add some lace, so I have still these like green napkin lace thingies, so I've been trimming lace off of that and using those in all my projects lately, so this is just another one. And I'm just trimming just a nice fat piece of lace that I'm just going to loop once. I'm not going to loop it even. I'm just going to put it through the silver elastic attachment to the journal. I don't know how to explain it because I feel like is there an actual word for what that was, that little silver elastic that I put on my journal? If there's a word for that, I don't know it, so I apologize. But yes, I'm just trying best to describe what I'm doing. So I just put that swatch of lace through that same elastic. Now, just to add just something extra, I took out my bead tin. I have this big heart that I think had chocolate in it one year, and I put a bunch of beads in it because I like the way it sounds when I move it all around with the beads in it. So that's why I have it in there. And I mean, it was a huge tin heart. I mean, you have to repurpose something like that. But anyway, so I took two pearls, old jewelry again, get some stuff from the thrift store and just go to town. Cut that stuff up and you'll find all these beads and little embellishments and stuff to use for your journal, and it's so cheap. So I definitely, if you're looking for some new pieces, the thrift store, the dollar store, I'm going to have a video on that too one day, where it's a video just talking about where to get your cheap stuff for your journal making. But anyway, so I had the elastic piece of silver string. I put the two beads on that and then tied it. So then it was like a circle, almost like a necklace almost. See how it is? Okay, so now I'm going to separate the two beads, and then I'm going to tie the bead around itself so that it doesn't move. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other end, tie it around itself so it doesn't move. And then just drop that through that elastic holder on my journal. Okay, let's see. So now it's half and half, and it has two beads hanging down. Now I just took a thicker piece of ribbon. This is kind of a more stiff type of ribbon, and I thought that would be good to tie off the tassel. So I'm just doing a little like bow tie, like a knot, a real simple little knot around the tassel. So that makes the little head of the tassel and the bottom of the tassel. And then I moved it to the back just so that it would look cute. And then I'm going to just cut those looped ends and then sort of arrange it. And that's pretty much it. Like it's pretty simple. It's when you want it to look a certain way, and you want to, if you want to try to sell your stuff, then you need to start working on making it look more professional, but just so that a simple idea for your own journal, and just so that you can practice. That's what all this is for. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I hope that you stay tuned for tomorrow needlebook. And I'll see you soon. Bye.